How's it going, fam? Powerful I am. 50 the Mystic. Carry on. I I like the Ten Commandments. But we'll carry on getting a bit deeper and deeper. Tomorrow we'll wrap up for the week. It's a pretty powerful one that we'll be wrapping up with. But I'll give you a young preview at the end of this episode. Exodus 20 verse 6. But showing mercy to thousands, to those who love me and keep my commandments. This is the mirror opposite of the previous one, where it spoke of generational distortion. This reveals generational restoration, shows you that all can always be restored at any time as soon as one breaks the cycle themselves. Mercy in Scripture is not simply compassion, it's just divine alignment, protective favor, and spiritual continuity flowing through a bloodline. This verse shows that when a person aligns with truth, their alignment becomes a river that blesses thousands. The contrast is intentional. Misalignment affects to the third and fourth generation, but alignment affects thousands. This means divine order multiplies far more powerfully than disorder in itself ever could. Those who love me represents those who choose in alignment, not emotional affection. Love in scripture symbolizes devotion, commitment, and the willingness to walk in truth even when the body or ego resists it. Keeping my commandments symbolizes living according to higher principles, refusing to bow to lower impulses and choosing truth over internal idols or destructive patterns. Like some of you out there, you've been shown visions of the greatness that you are going to go accomplish one day. But you keep letting people limit your inner truths. Spirit knows what it is saying. Humans do not know what they are saying. Leave them with their realistic nonsense. Tell me this, with all the great inventions we have in our time, if everyone decided to be realistic, would you have half the inventions that you have now? The world is created by people that lives beyond the realms of logic. Logic is the realm of weak men and women. It means a life aligned with divine order becomes a fountain that heals everything connected to it. Mercy 2000 symbolizes expansion. When you choose alignment, your influence extends beyond your immediate circle. You shift your family's narrative. You break cycles. You elevate the spiritual atmosphere around you. And you create a legacy of clarity and strength that ripples outwards. Mercy here is generational elevation, divine protection, emotional intelligence, spiritual stability, and inner power passed down. This verse in itself teaches that alignment is a seed that multiplies. One person who chooses healing changes the emotional climate of their home. One person who chooses truth breaks cycles of dysfunction. One person aligned with divine consciousness becomes a turning point for many generations going forward and is able to guide the future. Guide all those that are to come in the future. Because this in itself describes how alignment with higher consciousness rewires not only your inner world, but your lineage. Mercy here mirrors the neurological benefits of living in alignment, regulated, grounded, and conscious. When the verse says mercy to thousands, it symbolizes the widespread impact that healed neural patterns have across generations. A regulated mind creates regulated children. A stable nervous system produces a stable household. The brain's ability to reorganize itself, known as neuroplasticity, ensures that healing is not a moment, but a legacy. Those who love me symbolize the activation of higher brain centers, especially the prefrontal cortex, where empathy, judgment, discipline, and moral reasoning originate. Love here represents alignment with clarity over impulse, truth over fear, growth over stagnation. Keeping my commandments symbolizes living from the higher executive functions of the mind, rather than being controlled by the limbic system and its emotional triggers. When the higher brain leads, the entire nervous system shifts into coherence. Mercy shows up as a reduced stress hormone, improved vagal tone, deeper breathing, healthy emotional responses, and a body no longer carrying attention on multi-generational trauma. These internal shifts become embodied behavioral patterns that children model and inherit. When a parent heals, children experience safety. When a mind becomes clear, the household becomes stable. When trauma patterns break, the next generation begins with a regulated foundation instead of chaos. You see, you gotta do that. Therefore, it reveals a biological law. In alignment creates generational neurological healing. The brain you build becomes the emotional home your children live in. Your nervous system becomes their first environment. Mercy 2000 means one aligned mind becomes the architecture of generational transformation. It expresses the principle that alignment with truth produces expansion, multiplication, and long-term flourishing. Mercy 2000 reflects the same natural patterns seen in ecosystems, where healthy soil produces abundant harvest, where a single thriving organism enriches an entire environment, and where stability in one generation strengthens those that follow. Nature teaches that health multiplies. Seeds become forests, rivers branch into tributaries, and a single source of clean water sustains entire ecosystems. This verse aligns with that cosmic blueprint, showing that spiritual alignment functions the same way. One aligned life can sustain thousands. The law of mercy itself symbolizes harmony. When you live according to divine order, you fall into the same rhythm that governs tides, seasons, and celestial patterns. You become part of the natural flow rather than fighting against it. Nature rewards harmony with longevity. Trees rooted in the right soil stand for centuries. Animals in balanced ecosystems flourish. Stars in stable orbits burn bright for millions of years. This is the cosmic expression of mercy, the energetic support given to what aligns with universal order. Those who love me and keep my commandments symbolizes beings who move in harmony with natural law. In nature, anything that works against its environment dies, but anything aligned with its environment thrives. This multiplies alignment far more than it multiplies imbalance. Disorder affects a few generations. Harmony affects thousands. This is the law of expansion, the principle that positive energy has a natural tendency to ripple outward indefinitely. Therefore, this reflects nature's deepest truth. Alignment creates abundance. When your life matches divine order, you become a source of nourishment, stability, and elevation for everyone connected to you. This is cosmic mercy embodied. This reveals that your healing, alignment, and discipline are not just for you. They become the foundation for those who come after you. Mercy 2000s teaches that when you choose inner alignment, when you choose truth over impulse, when you choose discipline over chaos, the impact of those choices spreads far beyond your lifetime. Your decisions today become the emotional climate your grandchildren inherit. Your healing becomes their starting point, not their burden. Those who love me describes a heart anchored in alignment. This is not an emotional affection, but a consistent commitment to truth, growth, and purpose. Love in this verse means choosing what strengthens you, even when your emotions resist. It means refusing to bow to internal idols, refusing to repeat generational cycles, and refusing to let the lower self dictate your path. This kind of love produces stability. Keeping my commandments in practical terms means building your life around principles, not impulses. It means having standards that govern your behavior, boundaries that protect your peace, and habits that elevate your future. When you live with this level of alignment, your life becomes a source of mercy to others. The people around you feel safer. Your children grow up in clarity rather than confusion. Your lineage inherits emotional intelligence instead of emotional chaos. This verse in itself teaches that generational healing begins with one person deciding to break the cycle. Your discipline breaks patterns. Your healing ends stories. Your alignment rewrites the future. Mercy 2000s means that your commitment to truth creates blessings your descendants will experience long after you are gone. You become the turning point where the generational tide shifts from survival to strength. Now in the next one we get into a very nice scripture. Exodus 20 verse 7. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. And until next time, family, when we cover this one.